Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to the Truth Talk podcast. I'm back here with D.
Hi everybody, I hope you guys are having a great day.
In today's episode, this is a breaking news episode, as we will be talking about the Titanic submarine situation that's currently going on. Let's get right into it. On Sunday 18, 2023, a crew of 5 people got on board an OceanGate submersible headed towards the Titanic wreck site, 12,500 feet under the ocean. This was a trip that cost each passenger $250,000 to take. The trip commenced at 8 in the morning, with the submarine being lowered into the cold blue ocean. The passengers inside were a British billionaire, Hamish Hardin, OceanGate chief executive Stockton Rush, French Navy veteran P.H. Narragalet, and a Pakistani businessman and his son. The passengers were all members of high society, one even being reported as a billionaire. The trip was going as expected until 9:45 a.m. when the submersible lost connection with those on land. It would be 8 hours later that the U.S. Coast Guard was alerted to the missing submersible. Since Sunday, the Coast Guard and others have been working non-stop trying to locate the missing submersible. The situation went viral online, as many hoped the people were going to be found safely. For the last 4 days, the world has been on the edge of their seats, waiting for any news regarding those trapped underwater. It wasn't until today, Thursday, June 22nd, that the world will receive an update. Sadly, as of June 22nd, the passengers on board the Titan have been reported by the Coast Guard to have all sadly passed away. According to the Coast Guard, the 5 passengers seem to have passed days ago, as the submersible seemed to have imploded due to the pressure. It is no longer a rescue mission for those that were on board, but now a recovery mission in hopes of returning those bodies back to their families. This is truly a sad situation, and I could only imagine what those families are going through. Many of you guys requested I make this video, as you guys felt the situation might have been a cover-up for something else. Honestly, as of right now, with the news we just received, I am not seeing any cover-up. In my opinion, this situation seems to have happened due to neglect on OceanGate's side. It is even being reported that a former employee was fired for raising concerns on just how much pressure the submersible's windows can withstand. Instead of taking his advice, they fired him and started making the trips regardlessly. According to reports, passengers not only had to pay $250,000 to get on, but they also had to sign a waiver that told them they can possibly lose it all and not make it back. It told the passengers 3 different times that they can pass away while on that trip. I would say there was a few things that got my attention. For example, the fact the submersible was called the Titan. The name the Titan comes from Greek mythology, and the Titans were a race of gods that were giants. In Greek mythology, all the Titans get defeated by Zeus and they all pass away. Considering the fact that they called the submersible the Titan and all those on board were extremely wealthy, it does make you think a bit. Just like the Titanic had many wealthy people on board, so did the Titan. I'm not going to lie, this all sticks out to me. It's interesting that it's reported OceanGate had taken this trip 3 successful times in the past. I wonder what made this one go wrong. Why did the trip end in tragedy this time around? Something else that caught my attention about the situation was the fact that as the submersible was lost in the ocean, the stepson of one of the passengers were at a Blink-182 concert. That stood out to me, as how can a person be at a concert while their loved one, especially their father, is lost under the sea? There may be something there, but I would have to look deeper into that. Sadly, I think the situation all happened because of a greedy company cutting costs to maximize gain. Something that you won't expect a billionaire to do with their own lives. I would say it is strange that this submersible situation is happening at the same time as Melly's trial. These are 2 situations that are garnering tons of media attention. The thing that bothered me the most was Dee actually showed me a bunch of posts on social media on TikTok of what seemed to be hundreds and thousands of people teasing these people that are under the ocean. They seem to have the same narrative that since they're billionaires, they don't care if something happens to them, but we as people should feel bad if anything happens to anybody. So the fact that those on social media were making fun of such a dramatic situation that ended up in such tragedy is truly sad.
Yeah, I really think this is one of the more tragic stories that we've come on here to discuss. This whole entire situation is crazy, and the fact that it's taken this long for us to have answers about that has been mind-blowing to me. And it could have been avoided. They did not have to get on this submarine that was already deemed heavily unsafe by many people. And then on top of that, the fact that the waiver that they had to sign stated 3 times that they might pass away from going on here. It stated this 3 times on the waiver that this could happen to them down there on their dive, and they still chose to go. And you know what's even more crazier? You mentioned the whole entire social media thing. You're right. Everybody has been sitting here laughing at them, making a mockery of them, not even knowing that this whole entire time, they have not been down there alive. They have not been living. They've literally been laughing and mocking people who are not even here anymore.
It's sad because that shows what part in society we are. These people that are on TikTok and social media making a mockery of this have cold hearts. How could you laugh and how could you joke about a situation when you don't know if these people are going to make it? And look, they didn't. And that's the most saddest thing ever, because the families of these people are online and they're witnessing all these jokes. They're witnessing all these people talk all of this, and it's truly a tragedy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that those people on board were innocent, because usually we know what billionaires do to get their money. But my point is, we as people of God should never judge, and we should never want harm to come to anyone. We should never joke on serious situations like this, especially knowing that this could have been the outcome. It's truly sad just how many memes people made, just how many of them went viral, and how many people laughed at this situation now knowing that this is what's going on. And going back to what I was stating earlier, we do have to look into this Titan name, and I want to see if anybody on board or any of the family members were connected with the Masonic Order, because that name alone, that lets you know Greek mythology is heavily used by the Masons. So it lets you know that at least the person, the CEO that was responsible for making this submersible, he could possibly be connected to the occult. We know that they always use these names for a specific reason. Now, I still don't think that there's anything more than what's going on with this situation. It seems like a greedy company that didn't want to waste extra money to make their product safe sent 5 people down there, including the CEO of the company, to meet their very end. And it truly breaks my heart for the family. My condolences go out to them, and I pray for them, and I hope they find a way through this.
Yes, most definitely. Condolences to the family. And, us as society, we have to do better because, yeah, they might have been billionaires, which is probably most likely the reason why everybody felt that it was necessary to mock them. But billionaires or not, at the end of the day, they're still people. They're still fathers. They're still brothers. They're still husbands. They're living beings that have loved ones here. And like you said, they're most likely seeing the stuff that's going on. And you can only imagine how they're feeling in their heart, knowing that people are talking about their family members the way that they are and laughing at them. This situation is not something you laugh about. Even if they were just lost and they had not passed, you can only imagine the fear that would have been inside them being down there and not having no type of help.
That's very true, especially down there in a cramped space where there's no movement, and who knows if they had food, because they were supposed to be coming back from under the water within the same day. It wasn't supposed to be a long trip. The Coast Guard reported that they had, I believe, 96 hours of air left, and they were racing to try to find them before they ran out of air. But it was reported earlier this morning they ran out of air. A few hours later, it was reported that they did not make it, and they actually passed shortly after they lost communication. Which is all truly sad. Well, I'm going to keep my eyes on this entire situation. I'm going to keep looking into it. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the story and let you guys know what's going on. Hopefully, you guys will be alert and not spread any misinformation. There might be an update version to this video after I look into the families and look into the people that were on board. But as of right now, it just seems like a terrible accident that could have been avoided if the company wasn't so greedy. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye, everybody. Hope you guys have a great day.
I just want to give a special shout out to the Truth Movement members. I truly appreciate every single one of you. If you'd like to further support the channel, join the Truth Movement, or you can join me on Patreon where I drop exclusive videos monthly. The link would be in the description. Another way you can further support the channel is by checking out the Truth Fish store and seeing if you find anything you like. Every purchase you make goes directly to helping the channel and furthering Truth Records. Also, please leave a comment on your thoughts below and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified when I drop new videos. If you like this video, please leave a like as it helps other people find these videos. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram and follow me there for more truth. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.